I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter.
This is the Family Show! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my top 100 games of all time, 2018 edition. This is Rebecca, and Hunter is here today to talk about 30 through 21. We're getting to the best of the best. You're going to hear words like delighted in here because, heck, if by the time you're getting to these games, if they don't delight you and bring you lots of joy, then you probably should redo your list. Just saying.
That's how I always describe a game. Delightful.
That's right. Delightful games. I have loads of them now. In fact, I'm going to bring you 10 delightful games today. Starting with an oldie but a goodie. My number 30 has dropped a little bit. It was number 16 last year.
Wow.
But I think the only reason it dropped is I've got a insane amount of fantastic new games that pushed it down. That's basically it. It's still one of my all-time favorite games. We replayed it again fairly recently, and it just reminded me again how much I enjoy this game. That game is The Pillars of the Earth. Now, this is like the... This is like one of the best worker placement games. I love this game. It's got a beautiful board that has so many things on it, but all of the things, like the art is gorgeous, but it's useful too, and it tells you, basically once you learn the rules, you just kind of go in order, numeric order around the board, and it tells you how to do each step as you go through. The worker placement's fun, but there's kind of two phases to it. You have some little peoples and stuff you have to do to dole out your resources, and you need those resources to be able to build and do things later on, and then you use your worker placements to actually do the actions on the board. I really like the phases of the game, the way things work out. There's taxes that you pay or avoid and different things like that. There's just it's a beautiful game, and it's got the fun little gimmicky thing where at the end of each round you put a piece of the church together so that you can keep track of how many rounds you have left of the game. Gorgeous, gorgeous game. Really smooth. Really not, it's middleweight, it's medium weight, so it's not a beginner game, but if you've played worker placement games, I think you would really enjoy picking this one up. And it's back in print now, correct?
Yes, correct.
So that's another really cool thing. It was out of print for a very long time, and it was very difficult to find, but fortunately, it is back, and I do highly recommend you find this one.
I always find it interesting how much more you like this game than I do.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. It's an awesome game. I like it, but you've always liked it better than me.
That's so weird. I like the way the worker placement works with it. And you've got big and little meeples and stuff. I don't know. I really
It's a great game. It's a great, straightforward worker placement game. I guess it just doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles that a lot of the newer worker placement games have. And I guess I like the newness of new worker placement games.
That could be.
This is just a kind of a straightforward, get resources, spend those resources to get victory points.
There's a slight engine building too, though, because you have to work up to get those glass makers, and that's where the big victory points are. You have to work up to get those guys and things like that. But yeah,
so it's my number 60. It's on my list.
So it's on your list, and it's pretty high up still too for being medium weight.
Yeah, it's a good one. Like I said, it's just generic. I can
see that. And
I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's a generic.
Anymore, I mean, there's so many different tricked up worker placement games, and I like I don't want to say simplicity because it's not simple.
I guess it has that little gimmick of how you do the decide who goes first thing.
Yeah, I do like that. Play around with it and stuff. Yeah,
all right.
That's true.
Good one.
But it's really good, and those of you that are fans of the book, it's not really. I mean, it's kind of based off of the book. It's a really well written book, very depressing though. But I don't think it changes the enjoyment of the game, reading the book or not, because I've read it. I read the book way before I even knew about the game, long time ago. And that didn't sway me one way or another to play it. And you've never read the book and have no intention of reading the book, and it's the same. So, yeah, there you go. That's another one of those things. It's good without having to know the book.
Okay. You're off to a good start.
I know,
no complaints so far.
I know. I don't think you'll complain about my next one either. My number 29 is new to the list. And again, I told you, a lot of really good, solid games. In fact, may have surprised Hunter on how much I liked this game.
Yeah.
And that was Council of Four. New game, instant impact. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start on this. There's so much going on in this game. You've got... I guess, are they kind of multi-purpose meeples? They kind of are. Because they're different colors, and they do different things. So they're kind of... I guess, I don't know if you'd call them multi-purpose or not. But there's different little... I guess they're meeples. Meeple figurine dudes. In the game, you've got this area control stuff going on. Oh my gosh. Let me show you the board. Just to kind of explain this game. There's a lot going on with it. And I just love the puzzle of figuring out the balance for the game, right? What you need to do when, how you need to do it. You want to travel along this board. And as you travel along this board, and it's a cool looking board. Very cool looking board. So, okay. So you can see it almost looks like paw prints along the top of each city there. Those cities are, each one of those is where you can put a worker and kind of lay your claim to that city and you get benefits and different things for going there. And I love the colors of these little guys. So check this out.
Well, she's pulling out. So this is a reprint.
Oh, is it a reprint? I didn't know that. Okay.
Simon reprinted it and added all these meeples
my gosh.
she's about to pull out that are
awesome.
scattered everywhere. I don't know why you pull these things out because they're a mess.
Look at them. They're so cool.
They're a mess.
They're a mess, but they're cool. Look at the colors of these things. They're insane. And each one does a different thing, serves a different purpose or whatever. So tell me about this. I didn't realize this was a reprint. So they've had this.
I don't know the original at all. So
okay.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I just know that they didn't have a bazillion little miniatures. I think it was just cubes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't all these miniatures. I don't know why I'm fixing this. It's going to fall apart again.
Yeah, this is the bad thing about placing these vertically is... The nice thing is this did come in the game to store all of these, which is modestly helpful, but don't store it vertically then. You'll want to store this horizontally if you want to keep the piece with all your bits put together.
Sure, this sounds great. We're putting these on these guys back in.
That's exciting.
Well, Council 4, it's basically it's an area control game, but what's cool about it is as you take over different areas, everything that's adjacent to that area fires off, and you get all the benefits of every adjacent region as well. So there's benefits to putting things close together, but then a lot of your objectives for the game, like bonus points, are scattered all over the board. So you have to make a choice. Okay, do I get lots of bonuses and build close to to other places so I get that that chain reaction thing, or do I go for the bonuses but I scatter myself all over the place and don't get as many benefits? And from what we've played, it seems like both of them are somewhat viable. So you can go either way with it. I think when we played last, she went for the combos and I went for the area control, and I don't even recall who won, but it was a close game. Yeah,
it was a very close game, and I'm with you. I don't even remember who won that one. Probably you by a hair. That's usually how it rolls, but I really love the choices with this because, like you said, it's like, do I go crazy spreading out? I don't know. I really enjoyed that, and I enjoy the tweak that they add with all these cool, the minis and stuff are fun with it too, because then you're going through.
Look, I repaired it.
Look at you. You're so good. Repairing it while we do this. So many things here. But yeah, again, I'm not as articulate with it because we haven't played it recently, but that's the thing that stands out to me the most is going through, and it's got these cool tracks. I forgot to show you the track board. Put it back over here so you can see it. It's tall! The track. And this is, we have money, and then, what was this one with the, oh shoot. This had victory points at the thing, but there's other little tweaks once you get to these. You get bonuses along the way as you travel. And it's just, all the different choices. I just fell in love with that right off the bat. And it's stuck with me ever since. So, if you enjoy games like that where you have to make those decisions and you get to move around, and I'm not usually an area control fan, but this one's pretty fun. And that's Council of Four.
This is yet another one. It seems to be the trend. I think it's going to be a trend for this group. I just sense it. That it's going to be games you like a lot more than I do. So I like Council 4. It's a good game. It's my 89.
Really? Wow. Really?
It just falls in a weird zone where it's not a light game that you can just kind of fly through and just kind of play and not really brain burner, and it's not a heavier game where you got some meat to it. It's really kind of in this weird no man's land.
It's definitely medium to medium heavy. Like,
I wouldn't say medium heavy. It's a midweight game. Well, for us, it's a midweight game. Your mileage may vary, right?
Yeah.
So I like it. I don't know. It just doesn't pop for me. I mean, I enjoy it. It's on my list. It's a great game. But I guess I'm not a big fan of those where you play a card and it triggers this other card, and it's not in this game. And then you combo off of this and you get points for this, and you do all these different combos and you get 10 million points. And a main aspect of that game is, okay, what areas do I take over to trigger to combo off each other to do, and that just.
See, and I like that. So if you like that, you know that this is the kind of thing that you're going for. Because now sometimes I'm not always good at finding those, but when I do, it's like, oh yes, here we go. You know, and bing, 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 everything goes off, and your turn just explodes. And I like those a lot. That's
why I go after the objectives, because then you don't have to worry about the combos as much. So
that's true too.
So yeah, it's a great game if you like that sort of kind of finding the most efficient way to trigger things off each other and when to switch gears from getting combos to getting those objectives. It's a really good game. It's on my list, but I'm not a fan of that combo thing. Oh man, I like it. So there you go. Now you know if you like the combo thingy. All right. So my next one is also new. I'm telling you, I have a lot of new, fun, beautiful games. This one I think will not surprise Hunter very much, and it is Rajas of the Ganges. It's brand spanking new, my number 28. It rocketed up here in no time flat because this game it's beautiful. It's another one that's got just a lot of fantastic choices. Let me show you the board because there's a really cool thing, and what just kind of clinched it for me. Oh boy. Maybe I'll show you. Are you looking for the player? Yeah, well, there's several things that I like. Okay, here's gimmicky, silly little thing number 1 that I love. Okay, you're like, what the heck is this? It holds your dice! So the dice will sit here and here and here and here. So she's holding all the dice. And then extra ones, well, depending on which side you have, there's a couple extra spots to put the dice. So you put the dice on her, and I just love that. The little meeples are bright and colorful. And then check out this board. This is where, oh, goodness. Yeah, I know, you guys are probably freaking out because you just saw me pull out a game with tons of dice. Look at this is just bright, colorful. It's not huge, but here's where it gets fun. So, there are 2 scoring tracks. How you trigger the end of the game? Well, is it triggering when it first cross over? Okay, I did remember that correctly. One track goes one direction. One scoring track goes the other direction. And once you intersect those, that triggers the end of the game. So you can go crazy with money and just make money go take a lap. Or you could go crazy with victory points and do that one. Or you can do a balance of the 2 to make them intersect. There's so many different ways that you can go about playing this game, and I absolutely love it. You can combo off of each other. There's the dice come into play. What you roll is what you get to do. It's one of those, again, action, what do they call it? Dice action? Dice selection? Dice action selection? Selection, something like that. Action selection with dice? It's dice. You do things with dice. Whatever you roll helps you do things. There you go. You do the dice, you do the things. So, but there's all these different things you can do with it, and like you can go over here and get just money, or as you move up this little river here, you get bonuses and benefits of different sorts as you move up. I mean, it's just all these different things going on with it, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Yes, it's dice, but no matter what you roll, it seems like there's always something you can do. Rolling higher is not always better. Yeah, that's true. That's the best part. See? I can be doomed with my stupid ones and still do things. But the other thing that's really cool, I mean, that's not the whole game, because everybody's got their own player board, and you're making a kind of like a little trail, and you're connecting all these roads, and as you do that, you can connect to the sides, and as you connect to the sides, there's different bonuses and things that you get as well, which is really neat. So you start out, I think you start up here, right? You start here, or do you start down here? Start at the top. You start at the top. Yeah, it's been a little while, but... I think. No. Do you start at the bottom? I think you start at the bottom. Yeah, and where you go is I can't remember. Yeah, it's been a little while. I think it's the bottom. Yeah. No. So you branch off of this thing. Because it's a road, right? Little roads, yeah. Yeah, and again, you can stop out here, get some bonuses. Turn your road, go over here. You can, as long as your roads all connect, and you keep doing that as part of the side stuff going on in the game, and you can get things to help you on the main board. Love it. Gorgeous. Fun. Again, she's holding all your dice for you. So cute. Oh, jeez. So ridiculous. I know, it's so corny, but I like the gimmicky stuff that go along with a really solid game. The art's beautiful.
You can't tell me that's not a good sell right there. It's just awesome, awesome, awesome. Rajas of the Ganges.
Yep.
For the win.
I'm calling it, man. Every one of these so far.
You don't like this one as much? I thought you liked this game.
It's my 67.
No way!
Yeah.
I thought you liked this one more. Man.
I like it. It's a fun game. I mean, it's on my list. Again, if it's on my list, it's a great game. But I think it's because I've never been challenged in this game.
Oh! You did not.
I think I've won this game every time we played it. Anyway.
He's going to amend that statement probably not too horribly long after the camera turns off.
So this one, I like it. The big gimmick, I guess that's the word of the show, I guess, is that scoring track. And I've played every time I've tried. I think I've played this 3 times. First time I went for the balance. Second time I went all victory points.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time we played it, I think we played it 3 times. Mm-hmm. Last time we played it, I went all money. I mean, I didn't get I got like 10 victory points. I just bid money.
All of these ways are viable. It's crazy.
And I just like, I like the game. It's fun. It's I don't know. I can't really pin down why it isn't higher on my list. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, this is, again, I have like a soft spot for this like weight level and time length and everything of those games because you notice they're all around the same time.
This one's actually a lot. Our sweet spot is like the 90-minute Euro game. This one's actually shorter.
That's true. This one is a little bit shorter, isn't it? Yeah. But it feels like, I don't know. They all seem to fit in that balance. This is about an hour game,
unless you got people APing.
That's true. It goes pretty quickly.
This one's got about an hour.
Because you're rolling dice and you only have so many options after you pick the dice. So.
But it's dice placement game. It's a good one. That's a good one.
Love it.
Like I said, I can't pin down why it isn't higher on my list.
Yeah, that's crazy, especially with you.
I guess at this point, for games on my list for them to be high up, I got to go. Wow.
That's true. They got to blow your mind.
That was awesome.
Blew my mind. I love that.
And that one wasn't a wow. This is awesome. It was a fun game.
All right, you ready for more action? Look, check this out. My number 27 is also new. And this one better be higher up on your list or I'm going to have to smack you because...
We will see.
Yeah, huh?
You played this after I made my list.
So it'd be
But while you're talking about the game, I can figure out about where it lands.
Where it would land? Youdo. Yedo? I think it's Youdo. Youdo is... Oh, I know, this is another one of those where you guys are like, what? It sounds like kind of a war-like game, and... I don't tend to go for those. There's more going on with this. It's kind of... Oh, let me show you this. Sometimes looking at it, it's better to explain. There's a lot going on with this one, too. And one thing that helps, too, is we got this from somebody who gimmicked it up as well. And I like little touches like that. So we've got cute little warrior ninjas instead of just regular pieces for it. But this board is another beautiful board. You know, I'm a sucker for that. It's a monster board, though. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Oh, helps if I think I stuck it. Yeah, you're upside down. Look at the back of the board. It's gorgeous. No, it's black. Okay, so you've got all these different areas, and they do different things. So the point of this is you're trying to accomplish missions and do different things and obviously get money and victory points and all of that. But you have to go around to different places to do this. And I love the way it's asymmetrical. You've got the different boards, and they give you different abilities that you can use in each one, each faction. And they're beautiful art. And you know I'm a sucker for that art. I just absolutely love this. It's gorgeous. But each one, like this one here, you get a foresight, so you get to look at the top 3 cards and weapons if you get that extra ability. And you're going to come back to me? You're not going to hide?
I may have been playing peekaboo.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you get some different things. But there's just so much going on with this game. And it's not really... what's the word I'm looking for? No
clue.
I don't know either. I know. It's not the usual game. Like, there's not really any dice rolling. There's some worker, I guess.
It's worker placement.
It's worker placement, yeah.
It's worker placement. It's worker placement with bidding.
Yeah.
You bid on where you want to go, what areas you want to get for the bonus areas. You bid on those, and then it's straight worker placement after that.
Well, and the other thing, too, is you can collect different cards of different types to kind of help you along your way and stuff, too, the collections. And they've got these different... missions. Steal the key to the wine cellar. Learn when the shogun will be off hunting. Some of these are hilarious too. Or really bad. Steal a collection box from the church. But if you do it, and you do it well, you get the bonus, and there's all sorts of stuff like 5 money and victory point and all these different things. I mean, it's funny some of the things that you'll end up doing. Some of them are like sneaky. Some of them are go and kidnap the sake merchant's daughter and all of these different... I love the different variety of missions that you have to do. Gorgeous game. Once you learn this one, I feel like it's another one of those super smooth games too. That
you play one round, you got the game.
Yeah, and I love that about a game that's got a decent bit of depth to it, but it's not that overwhelming to learn.
Nah, I disagree with that.
You think it's too hard to learn?
This is one of the hardest worker placement games.
You think so?
In existence.
Because of details? Is it the little...
It's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's all the different areas do different things. You got the guards moving around. You got the bidding on superpowers. You got all sorts of stuff.
It makes sense.
Every faction is unique. There's
That's true.
But if this isn't the heaviest worker placement there is, this is pretty close to the heaviest worker placement.
Okay, well, I've gotten kind of like, I guess...
No, it is a heavy game, and it is a long game. It is a long game. It is a 3-hour game.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a short game or anything. I just think once you learn that, it makes sense.
The only games we own that are heavier are Arkwright and Through the Ages.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, apparently my brain just clicked with this one then.
So, but a few things. I'll let her continue, but me jump in. This is out of print. This is very, 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 very out of print. Like, it is hard to get. You can only get in the secondary market. That's the reason why we haven't took so long to get it. We just got it this year because I just got a great deal on someone's copy that they tricked out, which is she can talk about that in a minute. But it's a great if you're looking for like the next step, like heavy, like if you're trying to find a big, heavy, meaty worker placement game, this is one to look into. We waited a long time to get this because multiple reasons, mainly. I heard it doesn't play well 2-player, and we haven't played it 2-player.
That's true, we haven't yet. Yeah.
And it was out of print, and the prices I saw flying around were insane for this game. Maybe you can find it cheaper. And last but not least, before you take over again, this would fall in the 20-ish range.
Yeah, see, I knew you liked it a lot.
So feel free to continue.
Well, I underestimated how beefy this game was, but I think partly because it clicked for me so much. And once, like Hunter says, once you learn the rules, though, they made sense to me.
If you fight your way through one round, you'll know how to play the game. But getting through that first round is pretty rough.
A lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But again, too, I think it's fairly intuitive how things work. Now, normally in the game, and the colors are good. You got this little piece here, but our person that we bought it from, he did a magnificent job and painted these hilarious, adorable little ninja meeples. So that kind of makes it fun too. I recommend doing stuff like that with heavy games if you can, because it just adds that neat little touch. But the the artwork in this is amazing.
It's funny you like this, but you don't like Yokohama.
I don't like the Yokohama art.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the art. I'm telling you straight up, because the mechanisms in Yokohama are awesome. And that's what's brought the game up for me. But this one, it's got the awesome game and the awesome art. And
I'm kind of shocked this one hasn't been reprinted yet.
I honestly,
as popular as worker placement is,
yes,
and as people are playing heavier and heavier games, I'm surprised this one hasn't been reprinted.
Really and truly. And it's just, I can't get over how gorgeous it is.
It's not a IP or anything that they have trouble getting. I don't know why this one hasn't
Somebody
been reprinted.
Do this game.
Maybe Pandasaurus will do it at some point.
Yeah, go Pandasaurus. Because it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I really like how smooth. I really enjoy this game. A lot.
It's a good one. It's a really good one.
It's solid.
We need to break this out and try it 2-player to see if the
critics are
right or not.
Really good experiment for that, because it is just I can't get over it enough, because I love the choices you get to do and the missions that you choose, and then you can prioritize those depending on what resources you have at the time, because you have to collect some of the resources and stuff too to be able to accomplish the mission, or have a certain amount of money, or have, there's all these little condition things you have to go. So you're going to be bouncing around the board doing a bunch of different things, trying not to step on anybody's toes while you're doing it. You're trying to
not get caught by the guards.
Yeah, you can't get caught. It's just, I love it. I love it. There's just so much going on with this game, and it's gorgeous. So I've ranted enough about Youdo, but I must say, if you know somebody that has it, play it
Or do it at a convention that they
Or
have.
a convention, yeah. Find it at a convention. It's gold. It's gold. Yes. Youdo. So
we'll see where it lands next year.
Yeah. It'll probably
for me, since we played.
Oh, yeah.
Played
I
it before.
think it's going to be pretty high.
After I made my list.
So my number 26 was my 42. It leaped up. And I think that was with more plays, and also partly because you love it so much, and it's just kind of infectious. And the more we play it, the more I just really enjoy what a treat the Oracle of Delphi is.
Wow.
Yes.
Finally coming around.
I'm coming around. No, I've never not liked this game. Stefan Feld hit it out of the park. This one's a little bit different than a lot of his other Stefan Felds. Usually it's point salad, you're going for points. And this one, it's a salad, but now it's an adventure salad.
Adventure salad.
Adventure salad. I'm
adventure
coining
salad.
that phrase now.
Wow.
Adventure salad.
That's not a point salad.
It's not point salad, but what you have is you have a whole bunch of different missions you have to accomplish. You can do them in any order you want, but it's a race, and you have to be the first one to finish them. And there are all sorts of different things, and they're all over in different places in the board, which will be randomized every time because you're flipping over things, and some of them are a mystery, and you can't tell what kind of temple or whatever it is until you get there and then flip it over. So there's all this boat racing all over the place to do things, and you're picking up statues and you're dropping them off. And again, another one that's just a gem. And if you don't like a lot of his super point salad-y games, you might like this one with the race element instead. The board is putting together a bunch of these different pieces, so you've got a unique board every time. I am a huge fan of the player mats for this too, because you get different. As you're moving around, these are some of the choices of the different things you get to do. They're different, representing the different gods. The different gods allow you to do different things. And when you get bonuses, they have some magnificent bonuses. You climb up these little ladders, or the clouds up into the heavens. And once you reach the throne of one of those deities, then you get some more magnificent bonuses and things like that that really help you boost your ship and your missions along on the way. Absolutely love this. It's another one of his really bright and colorful games. The pieces are really bright. Gosh, there's just so many different things going on with this. Again, he's got, the dice. I gotta show you the dice to this too. The dice are pretty cool. They're white. Usually, I don't know, sometimes I try to put them against my hand so you can see them. Hopefully you can see that. It's got the different emblems. They're nice and bright. I love them. Really fun Feld game. Oh, the monsters. We have monster tiles. So they have little tiny pictures of monsters and stuff, mythological creatures on the tiles. As you go and encounter them, you fight monsters as one of your goals. And I can't say much more than that. That is just a super fun action-adventure thriller that is, scarily enough, a Euro game, right? No. This one's got a lot of theme to it. So, go ahead. I know you love this one.
Alright, so yeah, it's my number 16. It's my favorite Stefan Feld game. It's to be determined. Forum trade on is pretty good.
Ooh.
But
so only 10 less than me. That's crazy.
Oracle of Delphi, yeah, so it's like I said, it's a race game. It's an exploration game. You're driving your little boat around, and you're going to different places and trying to do the 12 missions for the gods, and then race back to Zeus. First one back after they complete their missions wins. So there's no points. There's no. It's just the game ends and there's a winner. So what I really like about this game is several different things. One of the things that I like, and it's becoming a trend in a lot of games, is when you take your turn, everyone's interested in what you're doing on your turn for two reasons. One, you're going to roll the dice, and they can potentially get a benefit from your dice. Like Space Base has a similar mechanism that's in this. I'm sure this wasn't the first game to do it, but it really... It's unique. It's unique for Stefan Feld. He doesn't use that mechanism very often. Yeah. So a lot of Stefan Feld games, you take your turn, and next person, you don't even care. You don't even care what the other people are doing. Yeah. This one, you're really interested in what's going on because you're racing. You potentially could be racing for the same items, so you have to see where they're heading, what they're potentially going to go for, and if they're going to go the same spot, you're going to go there, and they're going to get there first. You need to redirect what you're going to do. So many great things about this. It's got dice manipulation. There's multiple ways that you can play, but what I'm trying to get to is what I like about the game most is I don't like puzzle games, but this one I like. This is the kind of puzzle I do like. And I can think, okay, I need to go there. What can I do? Oh, I can go get this on the way to there. Yeah. Then I can move over to this spot. But then, the next thing I need is all the way across the board. So how am I going to get that? And you kind of most efficiently moving around the board and again paying attention to what everyone else is doing, so they don't block what you're going for.
Yep.
Awesome Steffenfeld game, unique to his games, like she said. Ugh, love it.
Yeah, let's try it out if you haven't yet. Really, really, really good one. So that was my 26. My number 25 has dropped a bit. It was number 12. And again, I think, honestly, it's just, it got shoved down by a whole mess of amazing games. It's still, obviously, super high up on my list. I love it, love it, love it. And that is The Pursuit of Happiness. I know I love this one way more than you. To me, this is like playing Life for gamers. When I was a kid, that was one of the go-to board games that we owned was Life, and my little brother and I played it all the time. We loved that game, and so to come back to this and go through, and you start out as a little kid and you start out with some inherent traits that might give you kind of a boost in a certain direction, and you go in and you start with some hobbies and you get a job, and you may or may not fall in love, have relationships, start a career, and you're going through and doing all these different things again, and I love the way they did it. It's worker placement. You have to watch your stress and your happiness levels. You need to do things that will keep your stress levels low and, of course, raise your happiness levels. That's where your victory lies, right? And all the funny things, because, of course, along the way, we usually make up our autobiography as we're going, oh, now I've got my Hunter's, I don't know how many times just by luck has drawn like a board game collection or something like that in his like lifespan. Yeah, in his mansion, we laughed about that quite a bit. But it's just all the fun things that can happen with that. The base game's really fun. The let's see. The community expansion's pretty awesome. That adds a lot more stuff to it. Not necessarily essential. The base game's pretty awesome too. So it's not one of those that it's like do or die, you must have this expansion. But if you really like playing the game a lot, it kind of adds a little bit of extra oomph to the mix. And again, just super fun. Love this game. Oh, and the other thing too that I didn't mention, some of the activities you can level up on. So you get more benefits from those things as you get better with them or whatever, and do more with those things. Or like a board game collection, you start out with a few and then you can level it up and then you have a huge one, but you may have more upkeep and things like that too. It's pretty cool. I like the balancing with this game. Really, really fun. And you're like too light for you?
Well, no, it just missed my list at 108, so it's pretty good. I think I get more enjoyment out of the game, of the joking around about what we're doing more than the actual game itself, because it's a very straightforward, very simplistic worker placement game at its heart.
Absolutely. And super fun that way.
It's just fun, like you said, doing the combos, getting married and getting jobs and getting old and you get cranky and you can't work anymore. And you got all these activities, like you said, you can level it up. You have group projects you can work on. There's just all sorts of things. It's really, like she said, it's life converted into a board game.
Yeah.
So it's
like a gamery game. Yep. Yeah. Not a roll and move.
It's a good one. I mean, I don't enjoy it remotely as much as you do, but
this is the kind of stuff I enjoy
playing it. It's fun to play every once in a while.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where like the role play, you goofing around and getting immersed into it is part of what adds some of the fun to it too. So absolutely love Pursuit of Happiness. Oh man, so many good games! I'm so excited.
The trend almost all the games so far have been. You like them more than I do.
I know. I don't know about this next one though.
Except for the Oracle.
Oh no, not this next one. I know you like this one, but I like it more than you. This one was number 31 last year. It's 24 because every time we play it, it's just gold. It's gold. And that is Time's Up, Title Recall. Every once in a while, I find those party games where you just have those moments that are just laugh out loud, belly laugh, like your stomach is sore when you're done playing the game from laughing and cheering and shrieking and guessing and all of this stuff. And this game delivers that every single time, and I absolutely love it. You've got two teams, and you're trying to guess the different titles to songs or movies, whatnot. And you start out, let's see, the first round, you can say anything. You can do gestures, you can sing, whatever. The second round, you only can give a one-word clue. And that's where it starts really getting crazy. And then the third round, you can't say a thing. It's just acting it out. And by then, you've got all these, like, in-jokes with your team or the other team. And just the commentary, or someone screws up and then that, like, whatever goofy sign they did to screw up becomes the clue, and it's just hilarious. I absolutely love playing this game, and it's one of those where you don't have to know all of the song titles or this and that, because it's kind of charades-esque. You can act out word for word if you want to, or if you can. It helps, of course, if you know, and most of them are pretty general knowledge titles of movies and songs that are very popular, things like that. It's not like super modern songs and stuff like that. Absolutely fun game. Love it. It's always a crowd pleaser. So there you go. Where is it on yours? Because you don't put party games on your...
55.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, that's pretty high for a party game.
Yeah.
But it's consistently. It was 51 the year before and 43 the year before that.
That's high.
I would say...
Go for party games.
I would say it's probably my favorite party game.
I can see
depends
that.
on what you call a party game.
True.
I mean, there's like Deception. Is that a party game? Sheriff, is that a party game? I don't know. But just straight kind of mass markety...
Party game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Party game. This is by far my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
It just always goes over well. We usually play group mode where there's one person giving clues and then their entire group guessing. And we usually play if someone doesn't want to give clues, we just skip them and move on.
Yeah.
So that they
need not be extroverted to enjoy this game. That's the best part.
Just a really solid party game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a hoot and a holler.
A hoot and a holler. Woo! Oh, man, we're getting crazy now. That's my 24. A hoot and a holler. Now, that should be the name of a board game.
And a holler.
You should make a board game called that. That would be amazing.
It's got owls in it.
Owls and cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 23 dropped a tiny bit. It was my number 18. And I think, honestly, it's because it's been a little while since we've played. And there's just, again... Wait till you see my top 20. Oh my gosh, these games. And this game too. I'm telling you, my 23 is one of my babies. Merchants and Marauders. This game is a bear to learn. There's so much going on. It's an open sandbox game, but it's on the high seas. You can be an honest merchant and sail around and trade things and make lots of money and make your fortune, or you can just turn into a filthy pirate and be wanted at just about every island known to man and chase down those honest merchants and steal all their loot and make your fortune. So much fun. The smack talk that ensues from this game alone makes it worth it. We got a bunch of expansions. What's it called?
There's only one expansion.
It's like a bunch of expansions in one, like mini expansions.
Modules, yeah.
Yeah, the modules, thank you.
Seas of
Glory, right? Seas of Glory? We play with almost every single one of those. They are awesome. There's one that's like the weather, and it's got like a storm that blows around, so you have to avoid it, or that it causes the winds to go a certain way, so it's going to affect your movement. There's stuff that have to do with the crew morale, different things you can add to your ship, just all sorts of fun stuff. But you can you can add cargo to your ship. You can go on, follow rumors and see if the rumors are true and get certain victory points and money and things from that. Again, you can become wanted, and then you can't land on the islands that have that country's flag on them. There are times when there's war conditions and certain countries are at war with each other, so you might not be able to land at those islands at that time because they're at war with each other or whatnot. There's so much fun. There's so much going on with this game. Every game has been completely different because of all the different randomized elements in the game, and every time it's a full-fledged adventure. Absolutely insanely awesome game. Merchants and Marauders. I hesitate to open this because it's chock full, but I kind of want to show you the player map with the ship.
What have you done?
I know. What have I done, right? You'll never get this shut again. Oh, it's near the top. Aha! Okay, so here is, I'll give you a little bit of a look-see. See the board? Okay, so on this, you've got your captain, and you can get some specialists, and then you've got a place for your missions and your rumors. You got a spot where you can put all your cargo and your gold, and the type of ship that you have. You can get different kinds of ships. I love it. Then you've got some different little bonuses that you can get from going to different places. See, for example, like this one, if you have a hole, you can cancel a hit. It's really powerful. You get rigs and sails maneuverability +1. That helps you move farther. Then here in the middle section, you'll put a little marker here, and it tells you the strength of your respective ship. Some of the stats will come from the card itself, but then some of these extra things will bolster those stats, or they might go down because you've been fighting with people and they damage them. You've also got some things over here that are extra weapons and whatnot, so like this grape shot, it targets crew of the other ship. A grappling hook, you get to re-roll the seamanship dice. That's something that you have to do during certain actions and whatnot, so it gives you a chance to try again. I love all the different things going on with this board. It's going to change so much because of what kind of crew you have, what your specialty of your captain is, and of course what size of ship you have and what your function is. There are ships that move quickly that may have a lot of room for good weapons and things so that you can go pirate your life away. And there's some little slower moving, massive holds for cargo. Love, 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 love merchants and marauders.
Never closed box again.
It didn't really close to begin with. So, but again, that is my 23.
So there's my number 10. I like it more than she does because reasons.
Because reasons.
I like fighting. I like sandbox games. I tend to like sandbox games a little hair more than you do, I think. Because I like being a bad guy.
No one would ever guess
So
that.
yeah, Merchants and Marauders, it's a great one. So if you like kind of open world games, like from video games, like Pirates, the old video game Pirates, if you like just any kind of open world game where you can really choose, you don't have I gotta go do this, and I gotta do this, and then I go do this. You can just do whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Awesome game. And Pirates.
And Pirates. Can't get much better than that. All right, my number 22 is new to the list, and I guarantee it's probably not even on your list because either we played it after or it's just not a game that you're into so much. I like me some banned words.
What number is this?
22.
Oh my gosh.
Hunter does not like word games and stuff, and I love these. Okay, so to premise this too, though, I had preface. I can't even talk today. This is horrible. Anyway, the game I liked before this was Taboo. I used to play it all the time, all through high school and college with my friends, and this is my Taboo Killer. This game, I hate the box cover. We avoided this forever because if you look at this, this looks like one of those After Dark games or adult games. Heaven only knows what's in this box game. By the way, the seal of approval I put on there for me. But if I was putting on seal of approvals, that'd be me. But it's not. This is a family game. This is a fantastic game. This is a great group game, party game, because it's like Taboo, except it kicks it up a notch. So what you're doing is you're having them try to guess words, and you're going to have one teammate that's saying them. But on the other side, you're going to have kind of like a barrier wall in between the other team. They're going to write down on cards words that they think you're probably going to use to describe it to try to get them to guess the words. So if you have the word chicken that they're going to try to guess, they may put KFC down on a thing. And if you use that word KFC, they get a point. So you're doing this back and forth. And I love it because you start to get going, okay, I think it's like I think that you think that clearly the poison's in front of you. You know, you get that Princess Bride moment, right? So you're giving these really wacky clues, trying to avoid the really common uses of words and things that you might use as a clue for that word or phrase. I love the mind game with this, and it's fun to play with friends, family, gamers, whatever. Love, love, love it. And there's Hunter with his, I'm putting up with this, I'm trying to stay awake face. So, you don't even have to tell me, I know.
This wouldn't be in my top 500 probably. It's okay.
You need help.
It's meh.
You're missing out.
It's meh. So
it's fun.
So
I love it.
The idea is good.
Mm-hmm.
The execution not so good.
Why?
Because there's always confusion of, okay, do you get points if the clue giver gets points? Do you get points if the person gets it? What if they do a variation of the point? What if they do abbreviations of words?
We've gone
what
over
if they
this.
do, what if they say words weird just not to say them? Like instead of saying chicken, I say chick.
Okay, establish the rules to the game before you
shouldn't
start.
have to go, okay, this and this and this and this and this, and you can't do this, but you can do this, and you can't do this.
Just say no form of the word.
You shouldn't have, but in a game, you should not have to do that.
It's a word game. Of course you're going to have to do that.
Oh.
The English language is a mess.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I've never felt like we spent the whole time on rules, and that's like all
last time we played.
on.
All he did was talk about rules and how things work, and that was the whole.
It was because we didn't explain them well enough up front.
Ugh.
Anyway, oi!
But
come play this game with me.
I will say this. She does truly love this game.
Oh man, yes I do. I do love this game.
She's a word nerd.
So much I'm not going to hit you over the head with this game because
now you're hugging that game, huh? You're protecting it from me.
I'm protecting it from you. Monster, don't listen to him.
This game should just be
banned. Don't even know. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have words.
Banned words.
Banned words. There's some banned words I'm gonna tell him later.
It's man.
Don't listen to him. It's so good.
It is good for you. What number was that?
22.
Oh my gosh! All right, what's your number? 21. You got one more. You have one chance to redeem yourself.
I'm gonna redeem myself. So this one was my number 20 last year. It's my 21 this year.
Whoa! Look at that consistency.
And Mr. cannot poo-poo this one.
Poo-poo.
Because this is like right up his alley as well.
Oh, okay.
And it is my third favorite Feld. Yes, I just gave you a spoiler.
What?
Amerigo! Oh my goodness. This game. I love this game. So, Amerigo, yes, point salady, Feldy, goodness, whatever. But you have this map with all these different little islands all over the place, and you take your ships and you go and explore the islands, and then you get some tiles and stuff that you get to put all over the islands, and you kind of control them. It's almost area control in a way. You put all these tiles down and get bonuses and things. Meanwhile, you're doing set collection on all these little goodies that you're picking up from the island, all these different resources and stuff. And all of your actions are based on this crazy cube tower. And they're color-coded. So you've got, like, say, I'm trying to remember what does what, but, like, blue cubes are your sailing. You get to move a certain amount for sailing. So at that turn, and they go in a cycle, so we'll go through each color once for each round. So I pick up the blue cubes, all that are there, and I drop them in the tower. Well, the tower is weird and shaped all funky inside, and there's different cubes just sitting in there. Blue cubes may come out. They may not. They may bring extra friends with them. They may not. You don't know what's going to come out, and that is what your turn is based off of. You only get to choose what's there, and then how many there are. So it's really, I love that. It's much preferable for me than rolling some dice that are just going to be hosed. For whatever reason, I really like this cube tower. I love that gimmick. I think it's fun. Don't care that people are like, oh, it's that gimmick. Gimmicks are what make the games fun. I'm sorry. I just love them. And that makes this one fun and unique. And you're going around and you're just racing each other to the different parts of the islands, trying to just cover as much ground as you can and get those victory points. Super, super fun Feld game. Love it. Okay, Mr.
I got no complaints.
That's right.
It's my 38.
You like it less?
Yeah.
Blasphemy. Don't listen
well,
to
I think
him.
just kind of glancing at my list, I got a lot of games on my list higher up that are attacky games.
That's true, and I don't like games
as much. But anyway, it's a great one. Actually, I think it might move. We played this like really recently.
Yes,
and I think it would move up my list because before, when I made my list, we hadn't played this in a long time.
A very
long time. So it's really good. It's solid. It has if you like the where you're kind of like patchwork in other games where you're putting pieces to kind of figure out what shapes you need, because you have the islands and they're all weird shapes and you have to basically draft pieces. Basically, there's two phases. One, you draft the pieces, and then you actually build the pieces onto your island, and you're trying to fill up the island, and the person that fills it up gets a bonus and things like that. Just a really, really solid game with, like I said, a lot of gimmicks, but they work for me.
They're wonderful. Wonderful. The only thing that I think part of the reason is we forget about this, we can't store it with our other Feld games because it's in the ginormo queen box, so it ends up on the top of our shelf, and sometimes you get distracted by the shiny games below that, and you're like, oh yeah, it's up there. It's such a gem. Oh my gosh, love this game. Find it, play it. that takes us down, and we only have my top 20 left. The best of the best. The creme de la creme. And seriously, Amerigo just missed that. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, what's going to be on there? Will Hunter freak out and fall out of his chair?
Freak out!
It might. He might possibly. Just stay tuned, and we'll see you again next time.